Hello love, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. In this video, I really want to talk about how, if you want to find clarity in your life, if you want to find what's your main purpose in your life, like what you really want to do, if you want to know yourself better than anyone else, I think solitude or where we time spend ourselves, where we call that loneliness, is the better option. Now, why I tell you that? Because I have also gone on a period where I have no one. I mean, like, I don't have a lot of friends to hook up with. I don't have, like, a lot of relationship going on here and there. Like, I don't have a lot of connection with my parents and all of those things. Because generally, if I'm speaking to you, I was in a phase where I was, like, very confused. I thought that what even I'm doing, like why am I not able to click in with the peoples, why I'm not able to play along with them, why I cannot able to feel with them, like all of those things are coming up to me and I don't feel very good about it because I generally don't feel very close to them. It always may feel very lonely even though I'm sticking with them, going outside, attending parties, hanging out with them. But when I come to know one thing is that you can find yourself and you can know yourself so much better when you're by yourself. And when I'm not saying shut down all of your doors, cancel off your plans and or like cutting off all the relationship, don't hang out with your friends, don't talk with your parents, or just don't do anything, just do everything inside a room in a box. I'm not saying that. It's more about inclining towards yourself. So the meaning of this video that I'm going to be making is definitely a video where if you are a person going through something so much in your life and you feel lost and you feel super confused, I want you to help out through this video because I was also once at that place where I was also having so much confusion. I have so much thoughts and I couldn't able to catch up with the flow. I couldn't able to, connect with the people whom I have sticking with for such a long time, but I couldn't able to connect with them. And I have so many questions on my head that why am I doing this? Why I couldn't able to do it? Why I'm feeling so lonely even though I'm sticking with them? But the reason that I come across is that it's because I'm in a different vibration. Like my thinking pattern, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm feeling at the moment is not matching with them. Like if I'm thinking about something, it is not matching with them. And it shows in a lot of things. But I was stupid enough that I couldn't able to find it because while we have any conversation, it always like a clashing conversation, right? Like I was speaking the same thing but in a different perspective and they have all a same perspective. So my thinking pattern was changing and it was evolving out of nowhere and I was like, what am I doing? Because I couldn't able to connect with them. And due to this, even though I am not the one who's separated, but its separation has happened naturally to me. Like we don't have enough time to stay around with each other. Like my schedule was so different from there, and like we have literally such a less time with each other. So because of it, we also have a very less connection in building where we have a lot of connection before, but now it was like such a less connection. and and at that period of time I do feel very bad because I couldn't able to connect with them and I'm seeing myself fading from their life, and it was such a harsh reality for me to accept it. But let me be honest with you, at that period of time I have also a lot of new doors open for me. I'm not gonna lie, I have met a lot of new peoples where I have never thought of meeting them when I was with them because it was just like a different thing. Right after that, I just became such a different person. Like I come across and I started to meet with different peoples and the communication with them was such an easy. I was not shuddering, I was not confusion, I was not nervous at all. I'm speaking with them very frankly, and there is such a not any pressure having among the communication that I'm doing with these people, which I have never met, which are stranger. But while I'm having conversation with them, the conversation seems so natural to me, and I don't have to think a lot of pressure into my head because the words are coming naturally. And it makes so much sense that when I was in that period, that I have gone that period many times, but every time my experience was different, right? When you grow older, the situation change, people change, your scenario changes, all of those things changes. The first thing about the first breakthrough that come in my life, where I am such a confused person, I don't know what I'm doing. I chose solitude at that time because at that moment I learned a lot about myself. When I was in my ninth grade and 10th grade, I don't know what I'm doing. I have so much pressure going on. I don't like to hang out with people. A lot of things happens in my life at that moment. So I chose solitude, or I should say I chose myself at that time, where I literally understand a lot about myself. And with that, with along with that, my body also shifted. Like I started doing more good habits like exercising, choosing foods which is good for me, choosing people which is good for me. I became more spiritual, I would say that. And I also become a lot of like a peace kind of person, where before I was having a lot of trouble, you know. My mind is like always thinking, it's always like have tons of thoughts. But at that moment it becomes so much calmer, and I understand a lot more better. And while you go through that kind of situation, I would say that a lot of things happens and a lot of things change in your life. Like you become more mature. I don't know how would I say that. Not mature in the sense that the experience, but in the sense that you understand the thing and you don't argue with the people. Like you accept it. You're like, yeah, fine, it is. So you become so much more mature in that sense, and I became that sense. Like I became very mature at that sense, and I was not able to understand that thing, but my family can see it through, and they said that you kind of seems different, you know, you kind of seem different, and all of it. And so what I want to say to you is that if you are going through a lot, if you're going through so much in your life, I will always say to you that choose yourself, because it's gonna be the best thing that you can ever do. Because once you choose yourself, you will see a lot of things opening up for you naturally. Like you don't have to force it up for yourself. It's happened so naturally that it feels very awkward and very odd. Like for me it seems so odd. Like I didn't know that I have this much potential to do these things. I always thought I was this kind of person. But then when I was choose myself, like on choosing myself also means that I'm like, you know, I understand myself more better. I accept the things which is truly is. And then I was moving to make things better for myself. Okay, that's what I mean. So it was so much better for me. Like my life became more easier. I don't give a lot of pressure on what people think about me seriously, and I don't really care what they say or what's their opinions were, even though they are free to opinion whatever they want to say in my life, or on what topic or what area of my life. But when they say to me directly about this kind of thing, I don't take it personally. I listen to it, and I just listen to it, and I say, okay, fine. Well, I'm doing my way. I know what I'm doing. If I'm doing any wrong, I can do it again, right? So I don't have to take opinions because you have not done that. So yeah, I was taking that way. Like it was very, it changes completely, because when you choose yourself and yourself completely, I'm not saying, oh, you're going outside and you're doing shopping and all these things comes, but this is a byproduct, right? By service kind of thing. When I said choose yourself, it means accepting yourself, and accepting is very hard. It is hard. You can't accept yourself completely, because you see yourself every day and you see your flaws, that you're not good at it, or you are bad at those stuffs, or you need to accept the things at it as it is. And it's hard for you to accept it because you get criticized all over by people and all of those things. But when you accept it yourself, trust me, when you accept it yourself, the things that you hate yourself, you'll love it. Because while you're loving as well, the things that you want to change also change the way you like, and it's changed exactly the way you want to. And I have seen that. So it is a very amazing thing, because choosing yourself literally changed so much for you guys. And every time you choose yourself, you become more better, you become more mature, and you become so much wiser in your life. And I have faced it, I have experienced it, and I know a lot of people, you guys, if you're watching this video, you might have also experienced this kind of thing in your life once or twice, right? Sometimes people call it a big breakthrough, but I would say that it's a kind of breakthrough, but it's kind of like a break where you read yourself or you study yourself, you observe yourself rather than you make other people observe it and accept their opinions. And it is so important because nowadays judgments, people bullying you and all of those things are so common. They don't think about you, how you feel about it, right? They just speak to you however they want, and people are so emotional nowadays, accept it, they absorb their energy and they just feel bad for the rest of their life. And I understand it's hard because getting insult is not great stuff, but when you choose yourself, you become stronger. Your mentality also becomes stronger. You become more mature, so you understand these things are childish, right? So it makes sense, I think, right? I try to make you understand in a way which makes sense. This is so much sense, which I'm saying at the moment because it is real. It does take place in reality, and I'm the example of it, so I'm speaking in my opinion, in my experience. So like you become like you become some experienced and some mature, so you don't accept unwanted compliments in your life, and you just, yeah, they said to you and you go through it, like there's no other way, right? So choosing yourself is a big thing, and it's always the best choice whenever you're in a phase where you're confused, nothing is working out your way, and you don't know what to do next in your life. You have to choose yourself, because after you choosing yourself, you would know what is next step you have to take. It comes naturally, right? So yeah, I hope this video helps you guys. The main motive of making this video is to those people to understand that even though you might be in a situation you don't know what you're doing, you're very confused, choosing yourself at the end of this journey is the best thing. And solitude is a path where you understand yourself, where you sit with yourself, you see, you observe yourself, and you understand your flaws and accept it. So it is the best way, in my opinion. There are so many opinions, so many ways out there, right? But this is one of the ways I'm saying, because choosing yourself will bring a lot of opportunity to you. Like it makes you more vulnerable. It makes you more mature, wiser, and more confident, because when you mature, you're wiser, you know these things are childish, you don't waste your time there, right? So I hope this video helped you guys. I hope you like this video, and I have a great time sharing my opinions, sharing my experience with you guys. Why choosing yourself is the best way to move forward and be more wiser and be more attractive as well. Like choosing yourself is so much attractive in my opinion. So yeah, I hope you love this video guys. I'll see you soon in the next video. Till then, have a great day, have a great day. I love you guys so much. Bye.